Hello everyone, it is great to see you here once again on Dee's Delights. Today we are going to be making one of my favorite things, cookies, but these are a little bit different. White chocolate peanut butter cookies. Yes, you heard me correctly. White chocolate peanut butter cookies. I love white chocolate. I love chocolate. I love peanut butter. I love cookies. So this has to be good. Ignore my voice. I know I sound like a man today, but I just have a basic old cold. The weather has been changing drastically here in Pennsylvania. I'm ready for spring to totally arrive. Doesn't matter if it's cold or warm or hot, rainy, sunny. We can enjoy cookies any day of the week in any kind of weather. So we're good to go. So what you're going to need for this recipe is 2½ cups of all-purpose flour, spooned and leveled, 1 teaspoon baking powder, 1 teaspoon baking soda, 1/2 teaspoon salt, 1 cup, which would be 2 sticks of unsalted butter, and you want that softened to room temperature, 1 cup of granulated sugar, 3/4 cup of packed light brown sugar, 2 large eggs at room temperature, 2 cups of creamy peanut butter, 1½ teaspoons of pure vanilla extract, 1 2/3 cups of white chocolate chips, and optional granulated sugar to roll them in. Well, that's not even an option. Rolling cookies in sugar is a necessity. So I am not going to omit the granulated sugar for rolling the cookies. It's up to you what you want to do. So first, I can't talk. I can't. So first, let's whisk the flour, which is 2½ cups, 1 teaspoon of baking powder, and 1 teaspoon of baking soda, and 1/2 teaspoon of salt. So let's whisk all of that together. You know what? I think I'm in a brain fog today because I wanted to do this in the smaller bowl and mix the other stuff up in this bowl so I could. It's confusing, but I'm going to switch this over to the smaller bowl and use my bigger bowl for the other ingredients. It's going to make it a lot easier. Trust me, it will. Next, using a hand mixer or a stand mixer fitted with the paddle attachment, cream the butter and both sugars together on medium speed until smooth, about 1 to 2 minutes. So you will need butter. Remember, that's to be softened. I have 2 sticks here. The sugar, which you'll need 1 cup to mix with the butter. 3/4 cup of light brown sugar packed. Mine's getting a little bit hard. Listen to this. I don't know. I mean, the good date shows that it's good till February of next year. And it says best by February 2023. It's only March 27th of 2022. So I'm not sure what's happening here. I even had it sealed up in a baggie. Don't know. But I'm going to use it. It sounds so dry. It is dry. Woo! Anybody know how to perk up stale brown sugar? Alexa, what can I do for hard brown sugar?
Here's something I found on the web. According to thriftyfun.com, for hard brown sugar, wet a paper towel, wrap it around the sugar, and in a few hours or less, it will be soft.
Did you hear that? Wrap a wet paper towel around the hard brown sugar, and in a few hours it'll be soft. Well, you know what? I don't feel like waiting for a few hours. So mine's just going to go in here hard. Ridiculous. Cream butter and both sugars together. The mixer will break it up. About 1 to 2 minutes. go ahead and add the 2 eggs, and then we're going to beat it on high for another minute. Next, add 2 cups of creamy peanut butter. It recommends using a brand name, whether it's Jif or Skippy. I don't know if it'll make that much difference or not, but that's what they're recommending. Go ahead and scrape down the sides of the bowl to get all the butter and sugars off the sides. Almost forgot to add the 1/2 tablespoon or 1½ teaspoons of vanilla extract. You want to whip that in with the peanut butter for about a minute on high. Scrape down the sides again. Make sure the peanut butter and everything's getting mixed in there good. That's what I got. Then it says add the dry ingredients to the wet ingredients and mix on low until well combined. I'm going to do it a little bit at a time. Since I'm using a handheld mixer instead of a bowl mixer, I'm going to go ahead and finish mixing the rest by hand. That's a little bit hard on a hand mixer. Looks delish. So now we're going to add our 1 2/3 cups, not 1 1/2, not 1 3/4, but 1 2/3 cup apparently is the perfect amount of white chocolate chips for this recipe. So here it goes. 1 2/3 cup. Then what you're going to do is cover it up and put it in the fridge for 1 hour. Now you can make this up to 3 days in advance, but the only thing is, the longer you leave it in the fridge, you're going to have to take it out of the fridge and let it set for a little while, else you won't be able to do anything with it. So I'm just going to put it in for an hour because I want to taste these delicious cookies today, not in 2 to 3 days. I think I got them mixed in there good enough. Go ahead and preheat your oven to 350 degrees and line your cookie sheets with parchment paper. Next, it says roll cookie dough into large balls, about 3 tablespoons of dough per cookie. That's a lot to me. I'm not going to do that. I might have 1.5 tablespoons here. I refuse to do 3 tablespoons per cookie because I know what will happen. I'll eat the big cookie and think I can have another one because I only had 1. No, will not happen. And then roll the balls in the granulated sugar, and it says place the balls on the cookie sheet and gently press down on each ball to slightly flatten. So let's go ahead and do that. First, I'm just going to scoop it out with my cookie scooper. Then I'll worry about making it into a ball and flattening it. I've rolled my cookie into balls. Now I'm going to flatten them out a little bit. Now if you're making the real big cookies, she says it's going to take about 14 to 15 minutes. Well, I'm not making them that big, so I'm going to start checking them about 10 minutes and see what happens. And what it says here is you want to bake them till lightly brown on the sides, but the centers will still look very soft. So just so you know, we don't want to over bake these. We don't want to dry the cookies out. So after you let it set on the cookie sheet and cool for about 5 minutes, then go ahead and put it on a wire rack. And this will probably make somewhere about 4 dozen. Because remember, I did mine half the size that she said. And this is the way I did them. So if I would have made them like her, we would have had one massive cookie. After I told you about the sugar not being optional, as you'll notice, I forgot to roll my cookies in the sugar. So I'm going to taste one without the sugar added. See what I think. These would be fine with or without the sugar. I totally forgot about the sugar. I was a little upset about that. But with the peanut butter and the white chocolate, yep, it's good. It's really good. But I think I'll still roll the rest of them in sugar. So thanks for joining me here today, and I hope you enjoy your white chocolate peanut butter cookies. Have a great week, everyone. See you soon.